What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the MMA Stooges. I'm here with my friend Zach. We are here to talk about the state of the UFC divisions and what's going on right now. You know, it's pre-summer. I think we should do this probably like every quarter, hopefully one after the summer as well. But today we're just going to talk about how each division's doing, you know, whether this division is thriving, it's alive, it's surviving, or in a coma, or just straight up dead, to be completely honest. Like if a division's just not doing anything, we're definitely going to have one of those. I know at least one of those, but I think only one. And I'm pretty sure if you're an MMA fan, you know which one we're talking about. But I'm excited to get started. Are you excited, Zach?
Yeah, I'm excited, especially because the UFC, MMA in general, has become such a huge sport. And to even think that there is a division or two that is dead or close to being dead, it's pretty incredible because the sport is as big as it's ever been and continues to grow. But I'm definitely excited. I think that this is something I agree that we would have to do more often because things just kind of happen throughout the year that can even hold up a division and everything else. So lots of stuff happens in a couple months. So I feel like like 4 times a year, every quarter would be essential for sure.
Exactly. I don't know, especially with Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul happening. I mean, it's pretty clear more than anyone, more now than any time before, that the UFC and MMA is probably the go-to combat sport to watch. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the strawweight division. We're just going to go as low as possible all the way up to as high as possible. Starting with the women and then the men. Let's take a look at these rankings real quick. First up, we have, of course, Rose Namajunas. She's our champion. Ranked first is Weili Zhang, or Zhang Weili, right after losing her title recently. Carla Esparza is ranked third, behind Joanna Jędrzejczyk at second. Yan Xiaonan at fourth. Marina Rodriguez at fifth. Mackenzie Dern at sixth. Nina Nunes at seventh. It's still weird to see her named Nina Nunes because it's been Nina Ansaroff, but yeah. Yep. Now we get Claudia Gadelha, former title challenger. My wife, Michelle Watterson. Tisha Torres at 10. Amanda Ribas at 11. Angela Hill at 12. Virna Jandiroba at 13. Amanda Lemos, big name, guys. I'm just telling you guys to watch out for her. And Felice Herrig to round out the top 15. This division, I think, is thriving, if I'm being honest with you. Rose Namajunas at the top of the division. Obviously, that's entertainment at its finest. Rose Namajunas has done nothing but just put these girls to sleep or get put to sleep by slams. Like I haven't seen a boring Rose Namajunas fight ever. Ranked at 1, Zhang Weili, you know, just lost the title. There's a lot of names down here. Not too many that I think could really challenge those top 3. But hey, it's a fun time, and I really like the division right now. I think this one's thriving. It's deep. It's the deepest female division out there. Also at 14, I've been screaming it from the Raptors. Amanda Lemos, watch out for her. She used to fight at 135. Her only loss is to a big ass zombie and Leslie Smith, and I think she's going to do a lot of damage. So we'll see. What do you think, Zach?
I'm going to go with alive. I feel like I'm a little bit tougher of a grader. I feel like thriving would be, and we'll get to the other ones, but there are certain divisions that to me that are thriving when you have 1 through 10 that is like really, really just good competition. And I agree with you. You have Rose, Zhang Weili, Joanna. Those 3 are kind of, in my eyes, I feel like they could be interchangeable. You have Joanna and Zhang Weili had a crazy fight of the year. And then you had, or one of the greatest fights of all time, really. And then you have Rose Namajunas, who's never had a boring fight. And I think that she kind of separates herself from everyone else if she can stay on the path she's currently on. But then it kind of takes a drop off. I mean, not that these women are bad. Like I like Esparza's on a run. Yan Xiaonan is good. I mean, but we saw what Esparza did to her. I like crazy. Marina Rodriguez. Mackenzie Dern is like finally like in the best shape of her life. So I like a lot of the women in this division. I agree with you. It is the deepest women's division, but you know, there's still names in here like Claudia Gadelha, who's very, very, very good, but she's kind of, I feel like she's never going to stiff the belt. Nina Nunes, Michelle Watterson, like they're all great fighters. But for me, like the top 3, really, really good. So I'm going to say it's alive, but thriving to me is when you get to like 5, 6 people where it's like, wow, this division is just absolutely stacked. But that's no slight on them. I mean, I love watching Rose. She's one of my favorite fighters to watch right now currently. So just a little bit tougher of a grader. I am.
See, if you're grading this one alive though, because okay, this is my thing. You got to grade these women's divisions differently. just because there's not that much talent in these women's divisions. When we get to the next division, I think it's if this one's alive, next one has got to be like in a coma. I don't know. This division's good though. I think the top 5 is great. Mackenzie Dern right there at 6 is great. I mean, obviously at the tail end you have some people that are struggling, but they used to be high ranked. But that's normal in most divisions. I don't know. I mean, Angela Hill's been on a little bit of a streak. She had some tough decision losses. I don't like Angela Hill either, so I could care less. But anyway,
I do like Lemos though. I think that she's going to be very, very good. And
no, I'm telling you, Lemos is gonna buzzsaw through some of these girls, and I'm really excited. She fights. If you guys don't know, Amanda Lemos fights like Figgy. Like she straight up fights like Figgy, but in the female division, it's crazy. She's dangerous, but I don't know. I think I gotta go. I gotta stick with thriving here, especially and I'm putting that obviously on the grand scale of all different divisions. I probably say alive, but for the women's divisions, this is by far and away the best women's division. There's actually competitive title fights here. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, and because again, like you put up Zhang Weili against Rose, who knows what happens the second time? Same thing with Joanna. Carla Esparza looks great lately. Her wrestling has been dominating. I like Marina Rodriguez. Mackenzie Dern could be an issue if she can, strike, and how good her Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is. I even like Verna Andaroba. Like I do. Yeah. She's not bad. It's just. I don't think she's bad. I don't. I thought she lost.
She's solid.
She lost to Mackenzie Dern, right?
Yeah.
But it was like a fight that Mackenzie Dern got gassed at the end, and Andaroba kind of almost stole it from her. So I don't think she's bad. But then like Felice Herring's there, not good. Tisha Torres isn't bad, but I feel like she's still way too small for that division. She's so tiny.
Yeah, so, it doesn't get any smaller though, to be fair. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I just listen. I agree. I'm just like I said. I'm a tough grader. I'm not hating on your thriving pick. I do agree. It is the best women's division. But I'm speaking on behalf of the whole UFC in general, and to me, it is alive, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I got you. We're going to go to the next division now. We got women's flyweight champion Valentina Shevchenko, and then the rest of the division. I know. I'll go and list them off. Jessica Andrade, former title challenger at 115, went up to 125 and got absolutely twerked on by Valentina Shevchenko. That was upsetting. Caitlin Chukagian, everyone that has watched this podcast before knows my feelings on Caitlin Chukagian. I do like her Twitter likes, though. So at number 3, we have Lauren Murphy. 4, Jennifer Maya. 5, Cynthia Calvillo. 6, JoJo Calderwood. 7, Jessica I. Vivian Araujo at 8. Roxanne Modafferi at 9. Alexa Grasso at 10. Andrea Lee at 11. Talia Santos at 12. Miranda Maverick at 13. 14, Macy Barber. And Antonina is still ranked after her last performance at 15. This division, to me, with the addition of Tatiana Suarez, is barely surviving. But I mean, borderline coma. No, because like borderline a coma. In a coma. This division is. I'm not gonna mince words here. This division fucking sucks. This shit is ass. I'm not gonna lie. This shit sucks. This shit is a bucket of fucking fried chicken, like picked out of the fucking sewers. This is horrible. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not trying to shit on these girls, but damn, honestly, it says a lot whenever middle-ranked girls are coming up from 115 and beating the number 1 contenders like Cynthia Calvillo did, and like Jessica Andrade did, rather easily too against Caitlin Chukagian. I mean, I honestly think Tatiana Suarez is, now that she's said that she's moving up to this division, who do you see on this list that's going to compete with her?
Right now, no one. I do really like Miranda Maverick, but she's still way too young. She needs a lot of
Macy Barber more. As well. Both of them are just young.
I do like those two. I think that kind of keeps it in the surviving, that you add Tatiana Suarez and then you have younger females like Miranda Maverick and Macy Barber. But the problem is with having younger talent, they're going to get pushed so quick to the belt. But it's almost like the UFC has to do that because the competition just isn't there. Like I could see Miranda Maverick going up and fighting Caitlin Chukagian and just destroying her, like ragdolling her all over the place. But the thing is, there's just such a massive drop off from Shevchenko down. Like that's it. It's her. And then, like you said, the rest of the division. When Roxanne Modafferi, and I like Roxanne Modafferi, she seems like one of the nicest people ever. But when she's number 9, like that is a problem. Like she's not.
There's a problem here. There's a serious problem here.
And I do like JoJo Calderwood, but she's not anywhere near Shevchenko.
Andrea Lee looked nice in her last fight against Antonina, but then again, I don't know how bad
get
Antonina
murked by Shevchenko. Like it's not even close. And I do think again, Miranda Maverick is my, like, I'm not gonna say dark horse, but like she is my prospect of the division, but she's still 23 something, I think 24. She's way too young. Like there's no way. I don't want to see her fight for a belt soon. Like I want her to really like hone her game, figure it out a little bit more, and then fight for the belt. So for me, I agree with you. It's surviving, and it's got like a major bleed. They're bleeding out, and it's slowly bleeding out, and maybe Miranda Maverick and Macy Barber are kind of healing that wound a little bit, but it's not looking good. And the thing is with these divisions, it's like you get less and less excited to watch these women fight because you just know what's going to happen. Like, I mean, it's nice seeing Shevchenko kick the shit out of these women, but it's like just getting boring because we've seen it all at this point.
When Lauren Murphy is ranked number 3 in your division.
Yep.
Yeah. Come on, man. Come on. I don't.
Antonina's still ranked.
I don't know. This division is a pile of dog shit. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna lie.
I might have seen pile of dog shit that I mentioned in this division.
Honestly, maybe. Then again, you got to think like, okay, if Valentina wasn't this just like overwhelming force at the top, it would probably be what we think is a competitive division, you know? But Valentina just showing that she is levels above everyone else and nobody else is even close. Like, I would love to see Tatiana Suarez because that's someone that Valentina just can't take down. Like, if Valentina takes down Tatiana Suarez, it's time for Tatiana Suarez to retire. She is literally one of the best wrestlers in all of female. No, the best wrestler in all of female MMA. She ragdolled Carla Esparza. But I don't know. This division, I think the only thing that's getting me excited is Tatiana Suarez. Even when Jessica Andrade came up, it's just like, man, Anyway, this is a steaming pile of shit. Let's go to the next division. I think I said surviving, barely surviving, and you said surviving as well because you like the young talent that could possibly come up and challenge. But the good thing is that they do have a champion like Valentina to shoot for, so the level of improvement that they need to make in order to be contenders in this division is very, very severe. So, and
MMA is so new, and it's even newer to women.
Yeah, for women.
So it's like it's just starting to, get going. And we've already seen the door just kind of change. We had Ronda Rousey and her one-dimensional style, and then obviously that style phased out, and now we have these just killers in Amanda Nunes and Valentina Shevchenko, where they are the epitome of the sport as far as well-rounded power, just as good as it gets. So I mean, it'll get better. In another 10 years, we're going to see just absolute stacked divisions.
Yeah, I definitely think so. And now talking about stacked divisions, we're going to go to women's bantamweight, which is not a stacked division. At the top, we got Amanda Nunes. Ranked number 1, we got Jermaine Durandamy. Number 2 is still Holly Holm. 3 is Aspen Ladd. 4, Irene Aldana. 5, Yana Kunitskaya. Juliana Pena. Caitlin Vieira. Sarah McMahon. Macy Chiasson. Lena Landsberg. Panny Kinsey. Oh, God. Marion Renault is still ranked at 12. Sajara, you fuck. Fuck. This one's worse than 125.
I think the only thing that makes it a little bit better is Durandamy and Holly Holm.
Nope, this is in a coma. This is in a coma for me, bro. This is in a coma for me. Holy shit. Not dead. It's in a coma. The next division is dead. This one's borderline dead. I'm not gonna lie to you. This division is absolute. Like, look at these names. Aspen Ladd's young, but got absolutely blasted by Jermaine Durandamy in a minute. Jermaine Durandamy, if she had any form of takedown defense, might actually be able to compete with Amanda Nunes. But she's the only one. Holly Holm already got worked by her. Aspen, there's nobody. Juliana Pena is getting a title shot at 6, coming off of a 1-fight winning streak.
Yeah, Sarah McMahon also took like 3 years old and 3 years off, and she's like 40 years old.
Mary Renault's on a 4-fight losing streak and 42 years old, and she's still ranked. Misha Tate's coming back, and guess who's excited about it?
No one.
Cucks. Only cucks. Only cucks are excited for Misha Tate coming back.
Are these the only 15 fighters in this division?
They might be. I don't know. Like, this was the division that started off women's MMA.
The 115 is so much. Pioneer.
Okay, this is what I'm saying about 115, though. Look at 115 compared to this shit.
No, I know. It is much better.
Oh, my God. This one's horrible, man. This
move on? It's
straight
dead.
horrible.
No,
yeah,
it's in a coma. It's in a coma. I'll say coma. Maybe. Wait, what's the girl from Kayla Harrison? What's she fight at?
She's at 155.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, guys, if you guys didn't know, we got to preview that we'll talk about that on the preview show as well. So you guys tune into the preview show. Yeah, I'm super excited about that one. It might be too soon, but yeah, I think Kayla Harrison and Clarissa Shields are probably. I'm telling you right now, Kayla Harrison and Clarissa Shields. Kayla Harrison, if these girls are the same weight, wipes through every one of them except for Amanda Nunes, like easily too. I don't know. This. Oh God,
she would have to fight at 35 because we're going to talk.
She couldn't make it. She couldn't make it.
She's jacked.
Yeah, she is jacked.
She's on some shit though.
She's fucking huge, bro. She is. Yeah. No, her and Gabby Garcia are just swole as shit. She's great though. She's really good. Next division, women's featherweight. As you can see, we got Amanda Nunes as champion, ranked number 1. I guess you could just put like Felicia Spencer and what's her name, the other girl that she just fought, and then Megan Anderson.
They're both Megan Anderson's contract's out, and Felicia Spencer, I'm pretty sure, is going to get cut.
She's going to get cut. This division's going to be gone.
35. So
I'm telling you, by this time next year, this division will be just completely dissolved. Amanda Nunes says she doesn't give a fuck about it. There's nobody to fight her unless the PFL gets unless Kayla Harrison can somehow cut to 145. I don't think that's going to happen though. I think a super fight between Amanda Nunes and Kayla Harrison might happen down the line though, but that'd be it. But then if you have that happen, you probably just open up a fucking 155 division and you have another set of rankings that look just like this.
Yeah. I don't think the women's divisions can go past 35. There's just not many women built.
Not yet. There's not enough women doing
unless we're going to let them start taking steroids, then we can do it, but
I'm all for it. Let everybody juice.
Yeah.
Let everybody juice. I'm all for it. All right.
Do we have to talk about this one anymore? Because I think it's clear just by if you're watching on YouTube right now, you know that it's
you can literally just
Amanda
see
Nunes,
it,
and there's no other names. There's not even a rankings for this division. It's just Amanda Nunes.
This is literally what the UFC official website looks like, and it's looked like this for a while too.
Yeah,
there's never been rankings for it.
I'm not gonna say it's sad. It's just like Amanda. It's just there's not many women built like that.
As soon as Amanda knocked out Cyborg, that effectively killed this division.
Yeah, I agree.
Next up, we have men's flyweight. I'm sorry, champion Davison Figueiredo. He's going to be defending his title this week against Brandon Moreno. Super excited about that. At number 2, we have Askar Askarov, who I didn't know was deaf.
Yes, I knew that.
That's crazy. Anyway,
yeah.
Number 3, Alexander Pantoja. 4, Alex Perez. 5, Joseph Benavidez. 6, Brandon Royval. 7, Kai Kara France. 8, Rodrigo Bonsarin. Matt Schnell at 9, Tim Elliott at 10, David Dovrak at 11, Ralian Paiva at, I don't know how to say his name, Ralian Paiva at 12, 13, God bless me,
Sumaderji,
there you go, 14, Mateus Nicolau, and number 15, Amir Albazi.
Thriving. This shit is thriving.
Do you think it's
for
thriving?
For a division that was almost cut? It almost was gone, and then all of a sudden, Davison Figueiredo. Now you got. I think that honestly,
it's a lot.
I think Cejudo retiring made this division thrive because I feel like when he was there, it was very difficult because I think was so much better than everyone else. Now you have Davison Figueiredo. I do think Figueiredo beats Moreno the second time easier than he did the first time, or that was a draw the first time, but there was also a point deduction, I think, or something like that, and that wasn't there. But I think that he beats him handily this time. But you have Askar Askarov. Love him. I think he's a real problem. Yep. Pantoja I like, although I don't think Pantoja is that level. Like I think it's Askar Askarov, Brandon Moreno, Davison Figueiredo. And then I'm kind of like, okay,
There's a
then
gap.
we get to the
There's a
next gap.
Yeah.
I like Pantoja. I like Alex Perez, although he's young. Joseph Benavidez needs to be removed. I love him. He's one of my favorites, but
He needs
he's
to retire.
past his.
I
Yes.
think he's going to fight one more time and then he's gone.
Yeah. I love Brennan Royval. I think he's a stud and he has potential, still young yet. Kai Kara France has rebounded great. Bontarine, he looked great at 35. And I think that the power will translate. He had a tough loss against Kai Kara France. He just gassed out. We've seen
that fight
Schnell.
was insane. Yeah.
Yeah. Tim Elliott's a stud. Dvorak's very good. Dvorak is young too, and he's a massive dude in that division too. He's a pretty big guy. Paiva, I haven't seen too much. Sumadarji is very, very good and young. So there's just I think I like.
You also have names like
because
Manel Cape, who's not even ranked because he hasn't done too well early on, and he was a champion in another weight class. So
there's so
these
many
guys are definitely good.
So much young talent. I think is why I'm going to say it's thriving because I think that it's set up perfect for the future.
Also, I got to say this.
Cody Garbrandt. Don't forget Cody Garbrandt.
Cody Garbrandt. Yeah, he could drop down. There you go. That's decent. I would say alive. I would say alive, just because not because of performance, more because of names and value right now. Just because, I mean, like, I think Davison Figueiredo took this division from being in a coma after Henry left to it's actually, it might be thriving right now. It might be thriving. Actually, I'm going to switch it to thriving because right now 125 has more finishes than it's ever had before. The whole knock on 125 early on used to be like, oh shit, they have no power, they don't finish, these fights are boring and just super duper technical and turn into grappling matches and yada yada yada. Now you're seeing all these guys go out there and finish fights, whether it's by submission, whether it's by TKO, and they're deading people too. Like Bontarine in his last fight, holy shit, that was violent. With he fought Schnell, right?
Yeah,
insane. I mean, Kai Kara France and Bontarine was an insane fight. Joseph Benavidez got absolutely murdered by Davison Figueiredo. It's like just seeing that at 125 was crazy. Twice. Yeah. Bad. Seeing that at 125 was crazy. So yeah, I don't want to go thriving though. No, I'm going to say alive because it's a solid division. But if we're saying thriving, it's not one of the best divisions in the UFC. It's just not.
See, I feel like I'm less hard of a grader on 25 because it's probably my favorite division.
I like the activity.
Yeah,
I love the activity. There's always fights happening at 125. The champion's active. All these guys are hungry, young, and they want it. I really like it. It's borderline for me. I just don't know. I think these guys have potential to be like big time names, but with the two past champions leaving and it not passing over like a legitimate, I guess, next heir, I guess, with Davison. Like he I'll put it this way. If Henry came back against Davison and won, this division wouldn't look as good as it does right now.
I agree. I don't think he comes back and fights at 25, though. I think if he comes back, it's going to be 35.
Yeah.
Maybe 45 if Volk is still the champ.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. It's interesting, though. Also, I think Henry comes back and absolutely works Davison. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. Davison's one loss in the UFC was like the Formiga, and he got
I remember that fight.
And you're talking about someone that the Olympic gold medalist level wrestler. I don't like that fight for him, but.
I think in the state currently, and their names on there and the prospects for me, it's thriving. I could see both. I could see both sides to it, and I 100% agree that if Cejudo was there, it almost not kills the division, but it almost starts to become a Valentina, Shevchenko or more, I guess, Rose Namajunas issue where it's like, okay, he's this good. Are these other guys really going to be able to beat him? You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I agree with you.
I got you. Well, we're going to move on to the next division. We're going to go all the way down to men's bantamweight. Aljamain Sterling as the champion, your undisputed UFC bantamweight champion, Aljamain Sterling. You can kiss my black ass. That's what you can do. No, I'm playing, but it's with the undefeated bantamweight champion, Aljamain Sterling. No, he's not undefeated, but you get what I mean. He's ranked number one. The cheating bum himself, Peter Yan, ranked at number one. Corey Sandhagen at number 2. Rob Font at number 3 after an impressive performance. Jose Aldo leaping above Cody Garbrandt in the last rendition of the rankings. At 4, Cody Garbrandt at 5, Marlon Moraes at 6, Frankie Edgar at 7, Pedro Munoz at 8, Dominic Cruz at 9, Merab Dvalishvili at 10, Hassan Sal at 11, Jimmy Rivera at 12, 13 Cody Stamann, 14 Kyler Phillips, and 15 Marlon Vera.
Yeah. You can go first.
I know a lot of people are going to be upset. And honestly, if Peter Yan was still the champion, like everyone thinks he should have been, everyone would say this division is thriving, right?
Not me.
Because Aljamain's the champion, you wouldn't say it if Peter Yan was still the champion?
I wouldn't say thriving, no.
You think 125 is thriving,
Yes.
but men's bantamweight is not.
I like 25 better than 35. I do. I know. Maybe it's a
Are
hot
you smoking
take.
dust?
No, I don't know. I like 25 better. I see. I like, this is my thing. I'm looking at the names from 1 to 15, right? And then I look at the names from 1 to 15 on 25. I love the prospects at 25. At 35, I'm looking at these names and I'm like, okay, I love Kyler Phillips. Sean O'Malley is not on there yet, but he will be ranked eventually. So I like that. Frankie Edgar needs to go. Marlon Moraes, I don't like Marlon Moraes. Cody Garbrandt needs to move to 25. I don't think he's ever going to be back at the top at 35, in my opinion. Like Rob Font, Jose Aldo, I like. Sandhagen, I like. Jan, I like. Aljamain Sterling, I like. But it's like outside of those 5, Rafael Sunsao, get out. Dominic Cruz, get out. I like Merab Balashvili. No, I like Merab. I like Merab, but then Cody Stamen, not a fan of him. Get out. Like, I don't know. For me, 25, I think the fights are more exciting. They're more active. 35, I feel like they're not as active. I don't know, man. I like 25 better. To me, I would say it's alive. I think it's alive. I wouldn't say it's thriving. I'm all for the hot takes, and I'm all for people getting mad at me, and that's fine. That's fine.
I can't disagree with you more because
that's okay.
Look at these guys. Like, okay, these fights have been absolutely insane. Rob Font put on a masterclass against Cody Garbrandt.
Agreed.
Jose Aldo is Jose Aldo.
I know.
He's still good. He's still in this division. He beat the shit out of Chito Vera last time out. Marlon Moraes, even though he's on a losing streak, he's been losing to great guys. He's still
I don't care.
He still kicked Jimmy Rivera's head like a fucking coconut. He still made Aljamain Sterling dab. That shit did happen. Peter Yan, killer. Corey Sandhagen, killing it right now. Rob Font, killing it right now. Jose Aldo, still great. He still gave Peter. He was winning the first part of that fight against Peter Yan. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think you're smoking dust right now. There's also great young talent. Kyler Phillips.
Like Kyler.
Umar Nurmagomedov's in this division as well.
I know, but see, we're talking about doing this quarterly, right? Mm-hmm. So if we go back and we see O'Malley in the top 15, and then we see Umar in the top 15, then I'm changing my. But right now,
TJ Dillashaw is coming back.
Okay, but he's not back yet.
Dominic Cruz is still in this division.
Nah, fuck Dom. Get out. I like Dom Cruz, but I think he's over the hill. I think he's over the hill, honestly. He beat Casey Kenny.
Yeah.
Like, okay, big deal. Like, I don't know. That doesn't do anything for me.
I don't see it, man. I don't see it.
Listen, I'm a huge Brennan Royval fan. All right. I'm on the Bontarine train. David Dvorak, I really, really like. Suma Darji, I love Suma Darji. Like, it's just me. I think maybe I'm a little biased because I love the 25 division. All right. I'm sorry.
I think you're definitely, because Chito Vera puts on a show these guys. Kyler Phillips is like going to be a great fighter.
And we've said that.
Him and Sean O'Malley striking is insane. Like, this division is super. Like, I can understand if your point was like, oh, it's not thriving because Aljo's at the top and it's kind of stalled right now because he has to rematch Peter Yan and he had a surgery, yada, yada, yada.
Stalled.
But these fighters are insane. These fights, okay, I don't know how you can say these fights haven't been as exciting or more exciting than fights at 125. I mean, O'Malley getting knockouts left and right. Corey Sandhagen getting knockouts left and right. Jose Aldo getting stoppages. Well, no, he got a stoppage at 135, but Jose Aldo's still exciting as hell. I mean, I don't know. Kyler Phillips putting on master classes. I get Frankie Edgar's over the hill and probably just needs to retire. Pedro Munez is not that great.
No, Marlon
Moraes
good.
No, I don't know. I think I think Pedro Munez gets a lot of credit for knocking out Cody Garbrandt while winging right hands.
It worked.
I mean, yeah, but like, what is that? That's his best win right now. You know,
yeah, I mean, he put on a good performance against Rivera, and he put on a good performance against Frankie Edgar, in which I thought he was robbed of that fight.
It's still a close fight with someone over the hill. I don't know.
Give me
I can
25
understand.
over 35.
You're smoking dust. I think you're crazy. This
It's the
is
first
the
one we
deepest.
disagreed on.
This is the deepest division in the UFC.
No.
What's deeper?
No.
What's deeper?
55. I think 55.
55 is not deeper than this division.
I think it is.
This it's not deeper than this division. You're going to see. This division is not 55 is not deeper than this division. Anyway, we'll circle back to it when we get to 55. But up next, we got the division in between, and I have a hot take on this one. I think men's featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski, huge eye roll. Number 1, Max Holloway. Number 2, Brian Ortega. 3, Yair Rodriguez. 4, Korean Zombie. 5, Calvin Kattar. 6, Josh Emmett. 7, Arnold Allen. 8, Dan Ige. 9, Edson Barbosa. 10, Giga Chikadze. 11, Sadiq Youssef. 12, Bryce Mitchell. 13, Shane Burgos. 14, Movsar Evloev. And then 15, Hakeem Dawodu. This division is in a coma right now.
Ooh, I wasn't going to go that far.
This division's in a coma, and I'll explain to you why. Inactivity has murdered this division. Murdered it. The fact that Max Holloway is still the most active person, and he's the number 1 contender. He could sit out and wait for a title shot. If the champion was anyone other than Alexander Volkanovski, which, by the way, I thought he won that second fight. I think a lot of people did too, but I don't know. It's whatever. Brian Ortega has been. And he's fought one time since getting absolutely schooled by Max Holloway, and now he's getting a title shot. And not only is that title shot been delayed because of COVID, now they're filming a whole fucking show, and it's not going to happen until the end of the summer.
Yeah.
This division is so dead. Yair Rodriguez has fought what? He hasn't fought since 2019.
I don't think he's
Zabit
fought
Magomed
since
Shapirov is out of the rankings, and he fought more recently than Yair Rodriguez has.
Yeah.
Korean Zombie. Like, yeah, he's been like win one, lose one. I don't know, man. Calvin Kattar just took the beating of his life. He's going to be out for a year or so. Josh Emmett's been inactive. Arnold Allen fights once every fucking year, and he's ranked 7. Dan Ige at 8. He's been him and Max Holloway are probably the only, and I guess you could add Edson Barbosa, have been the only active ones. Giga Chikadze, fun, but these guys are down at the lower part of the rankings. This division's just dead in the water, right? Like there's no movement. There's no movement at all. Max Holloway's been the number 1 contender, and no one's really. Brian Ortega's getting this title shot because it's just like, I guess so. It's not that he went out there and it's just like he looked so damn good. We got to give him this title shot because he's just more deserving than anyone else. It's like he fought one time, and yes, he looked really impressive against Chan Sung Jung, the Korean Zombie, but like that was it. Like you fought once since losing the title shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go surviving. I'm not gonna go coma, but I'm gonna go surviving. Just based on, so I agree with you 100%. That's part of the reason for surviving. But I think the thing that keeps me at surviving and not in the coma is one, Max Holloway. Okay, because whenever he fights, we're all gonna be.
He's the only thing
at the edge of our seat. I'm like that with Edson Barboza, though. I love Edson Barboza. So
Edson's doing great.
Giga, I think, has a lot of potential, but it seems like he has a hard time getting fights for some reason. And I think that is because of the log jam at the top of the division. He's at 10 now, and then everyone above him, aside from Barboza and Ige, Arnold Allen, like you said, dormant, Josh Emmett hurt, Calvin Kattar not going to fight for a while. Jung is fighting Dan Ige, and then Yair Rodriguez disappears. And then we have Brian Ortega and Volkanovski. So, I think that I agree with you, but for me, it's the names and the potential of those names. I really like Bryce Mitchell. Burgos is a savage. He had a tough loss, but he's a savage. Sadiq Youssef is not bad. Giga, I like. Edson Barboza. I like the names here. So I think that the names keep it surviving, but this division, if there was activity, this division could be thriving. It's the activity that's really killing it.
The activity is murdering this division.
And the fact that, Volkanovski is not the most exciting champion in the UFC. So that also kills it. If Max Holloway was champ, I think we're looking at. Yeah, that's true too.
He's defended his belt one time against Max, and I thought he lost it. Like, it's kind of hard to sell me on this dude that does absolutely nothing in press. He's not an exciting figure at all. He's going to sell. If you headline a pay-per-view with him against, say you headline a pay-per-view with him against Josh Emmett, that shit's doing 100K buys.
Yeah, I agree.
That shit's he's not that exciting. his personality is drier than fucking. I don't know. His personality's drier than grandma's pussy on Valentine's Day, and this shit is just horrible. This division's in a coma, and it's just done nothing but piss me off forever because Zabit can't get a fight, and now he has medical issues. He's thinking about retirement. Yair Rodriguez has been inactive as hell, and also I don't know, getting in trouble with USADA. Brian Ortega's been inactive after taking a huge ass whooping, which I understand. And now what pisses me off even more is you delay the title shot, not by a month, not like after Alexander Volkanovski can get the COVID out of his system and recover and finish off his camp. No, you delay that shit 3 or 4 months to film a fucking show that nobody even really wants to watch anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like this division's in a coma. No.
Surviving for me, but close to a coma. Like we're one shot to the head.
This shit
in a coma.
No, no. I can't stand this division. Next up, we got the money division. We got lightweight. I was there in person watching Charles Oliveira beat Michael Chandler. Oh God, one of the best nights of my life. Oh, that was amazing. Just watching all the Michael Chandler fans see you at the top. Fucking just cry about it. It was so great. I loved it so much. Charles Oliveira, the champion, ranked at number 1 and deserving is Dustin Poirier, even though I don't like him and I hope he gets slipped. I hope everyone hears that out there, by the way. I hope you guys know that I don't like Dustin Poirier. Give me all the hate because the Dustin fanboys are getting out of control. Number 2, and who I think is going to be the champion of this division when it's all said and done, Justin Gaethje. At 3 is Beneil Dariush. What? Anyway, 4, Michael Chandler. 5, Conor McGregor. 6, Tony Ferguson. 7, RDA. 8, Dan Hooker. At 9, we got Muslim Makhachev. Mormon Makhachev. At 10, we got Gregor Gillespie. 11, Kevin Lee. 12, Diego Ferreira. 13, Drew Dober. 14, Thiago Moises. And then at 15, Arman Tsarukyan. This division is not deeper than 135. Not at all, by the way. If you're trying to tell me that Thiago Moises is a better number 14 than Kyler Phillips, you're out of your fucking mind. Arman Tsarukyan isn't a better 15 than Chito Vera as well. Anyway, I digress. This division to me, it's thriving. It's thriving. There's activity here. There's names, and most importantly, these fights are really exciting to watch. You're getting finishes left and right. You're getting excitement left and right. You get to see Tony Ferguson lose and get absolutely wrestle-fucked. And everyone that had the opinion that Tony Ferguson was going to somehow submit Khabib looks like an absolute buffoon right now. It's just sex for me. This division is absolute, just utter bliss and orgasmic. Also, not deeper than 135, but it's one of the best divisions. It's the best. It's the best division in
it's balls
in all of the UFC. It's the best division. It's not the deepest, but it's the best.
Yeah, it's the deepest. I'm on board with you. I think it's thriving. Charles Oliveira, just saying, not to brag, we did predict him to be champ in 2021. Here we are. Coffee and KO's MMA Stooges know what they're talking about. I like Dustin Poirier. I like Justin Gaethje, and I think it's absolute bullshit. The hand that he's been dealt, I think he's gotten screwed over a ton.
You lost to Khabib just like everyone else. Sit in the back of the line. Like
Michael Chandler, don't like Conor. Who doesn't like Conor? Tony Ferguson, impartial. RDA needs to be gone. But I mean, I like Dan Hooker. I don't know. To me, like, and then you got RDA. You got Makhachev, who everyone is claiming is going to be the next champ, so you got to be excited for that. I'm not huge on Gregor Gillespie, but I don't think he's a schlub. I don't like Kevin Lee. That is Kevin Lee to me is what makes me raise an eyebrow. Kevin Lee at 11. That is the one thing I don't. And Drew Dober at 13. All right, I'm kind of like, like I like Drew Dober a lot, gamer, but is like 13th at lightweight. I thought there'd be more. I think 55. It's just, I agree with you. It's just, there's no boring fights at 55 unless it's a Gregor Gillespie fight.
There is a clear gap, though, in my opinion, from that top 5 and the rest of the division.
Except for Islam.
Yeah, except for Islam. Islam's going to go up there and beat all of them, in my opinion.
And I think Thiago Moises is better than Dober. I think he's better than Diego Ferreira. I would like to see Thiago. I mean, he's fighting Islam next, but I would have almost rather him fight Kevin Lee, which Kevin Lee's moving up, isn't he? And who's he fighting? He's fighting someone.
But who's
Sean
fighting
Brady.
Islam next?
Thiago Moises.
Oh yeah, Thiago Moises. Yeah, it is.
So
but yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, but that won't hurt Thiago. He'll stay at 14, but he's
Yeah.
super young yet. But yeah, I like the division. I would say it's thriving. I mean, the storylines and everything, and the the hate amongst a lot of these guys is great too. The wars. Michael Chandler, no one likes him. Beneil Dariush, defying all odds, getting to 3, and no one, I don't think, ever thought that. So no, I would agree it's thriving. I enjoy the division, and again, maybe the names aren't there, but the fights are in that division they're always exciting. They're never boring.
Yeah, still not as deep as 135, but I'll let you slide because there's not 2 unranked talents in this division that are even close to being the talents that Sean O'Malley and Umar Nurmagomedov are.
But
for being honest,
Sean O'Malley and Umar are not in the top 15, so I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. Which is their
once they're in the top 15, then I'm going to put them ahead of 155.
Still deeper. Sorry, I like Thiago Moises, but no, not better than Kyler Phillips.
No, he's not.
I don't know.
But he's better than Frankie Edgar.
I'm ranking Dom Cruz over Dan Hooker.
No.
A former champion, Dom Cruz.
But I've said this about Dom Cruz. Dom Cruz was just ahead of his time. Once he was figured out, that was it. And Cody Garbrandt solved that puzzle.
TJ Dillashaw coming back. I don't know.
But he's not in the top 15 yet. He's not in the top 15 yet.
You're wild. He will be.
I am a wild man. That's cool. I mean, we've heard it before. I'm all for it. That's fine.
Anyway, I'm going to go.
What they say about white people, right?
On this one as well.
Yeah. That is what they say about white people, right? That they're crazy.
I guess so. Oh, I got half of it in me too. So next up, we got welterweight. I love this division, but I'm sort of frustrated at this division at the same time.
You love this division?
I love this division simply because there's just there's so many damn fun fights for Usman to have at this point. For Usman to knock out. Stephen Thompson's a really fun fight. Him and Colby Covington again is a fun fight. Him and Vicente Luque is a fun fight.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Him and Leon Edwards again might be that's a fun fight for me as well.
There's a lot of question marks. I agree.
Yeah.
There's some question marks though with this one. Because there's a massive drop off here too.
Oh, huge drop off. Huge drop off right here.
There's a massive drop off after Kamaru Usman, I think.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. No, Kamaru Usman's levels above everyone else. And I think whenever he rematches Colby Covington, everyone that's been talking all that shit about Colby gave him his best fucking fight ever and he was piecing him up after he broke his jaw, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, do you understand how much better Kamaru Usman has gotten? But I digress. I love this division. I'm not going to lie to you because this division is great. Especially look at the bottom. Look at the bottom 3. Excluding Robbie Lawler. Just look at Sean Brady and Hamza. Ignore the Robbie Lawler, right? But starting off at number 1, we got the champion Kamaru Usman. 1, we got Colby Covington. 2, Gilbert Burns. 3, Leon Edwards. It's crazy that Usman's already beaten all of those guys. 4, Stephen Thompson. 5, Vicente Luque. 6, Michael Chiesa. 7, Jorge Masvidal. 8, Neil Magny. 9, Damian Maia. 10, Jeff Neal. 11, Li Jingliang. Yeah, okay.
Li Jingliang.
Li Jingliang. Yeah, there you go. Leech. There you go. 12, we got Bilal. 13, Sean Brady. 14, Robbie Lawler. And 15, Hamzat Chimaev. This division's fun, man. I know that these top 5 fighters are terrified of fighting each other. And by top 5 fighters, I mean Colby Covington. Terrified of fighting anybody in the top 5. Also, I find it really funny that Colby Covington, what's his best win? Look at this division and tell me what his best win is.
Well, it's his best win's RDA, and
he's what? Yep, exactly. I guess his other best win is Tyron Woodley, who's cut and fighting a YouTuber. So, true. and keep in mind, Colby Covington will be getting a title shot off of that resume. Anyway, I digress.
We need a cricket soundbite there for
yeah.
The awkward silence.
But this division is so damn good. It's so good. I don't know about Colby Covington being ranked number 1, but then again, if you're basing that off of how competitive he was with Kamaru Usman, I completely understand it. Stephen Thompson facing Gilbert Burns coming up soon. That's going to be a fucking banger. That's what? Yeah. That's on the Connor and Dustin card, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's gonna be a banger. But you look at this division top to bottom. there's good names. There is a huge drop off from that top 5 to the rest of the division. Like I think Chiesa's in that middle ground, but Masvidal's clearly not at that level to fight those guys. I just don't think he is. Neil Magny, I hate Neil Magny, and I don't think he does well against anybody that can fucking just hit his ass. Oh my God, he's so annoying. Anyway, Jeff Neal, I think he's a promising talent. He looked awful against Neil Magny, though. I'm not going to lie. That was a really disappointing performance from him. Bilal Muhammad is super overrated after getting eye poked against Leon Edwards, and everyone was saying he deserves a rematch. No, he doesn't. Sean Brady, I'm super excited about the prospects of Sean Brady.
Hell yeah.
He has the biggest fucking back I have ever seen. Like him and Volkov, pound for pound, swollest backs for each division. And at 15, of course, the biggest wild card in all of this, Khamzat Chimaev, because you just don't know how good he is right now. He could just wipe out the entire division and be a Khabib type dominant, or he'll get figured out by somebody because there's a lot of elite names here. This division is thriving, in my opinion. Thriving.
We might get Kevin Holland too to go down, which I think would be
better.
Better for him. No, I agree. I would say it's thriving, and a lot of it is just, to me, the matchups for Usman. I would agree with you. I think that there's a lot. Like I'm not against the Covington Usman fight again. The first one was great. I do think Usman is a better fighter now, so I think that'll be an easier fight for him. I love Vicente Luque. Vicente Luque is an absolute savage, so I love watching him fight. I'm out on Masvidal. I'm not saying I don't like Masvidal. Like I will watch Masvidal fight. I think he's exciting. But I'm just like, I agree with you. I don't think he's touching the top 5, really, in my opinion. No. Damian Maia needs to go. Jeff Neal I like. Li Jingliang is good. I'm my dark horse. I don't know if he's a dark horse, but I really like Sean Brady a lot. Like I think that he poses a really big threat. The dude hits hard and a very good wrestler. What you need in that division with Burns, Covington, Usman, the wrestlers in that division. And then I like Khamzat too, but we just don't know what Khamzat's going to bring because of the COVID thing and all that. There's still a lot of question marks there, but I agree. I think it's thriving. I mean, there's a lot to look forward to in the division. It's not like we're at Usman and then that's it. Like I do think Usman is getting to that level though, where if he comes out and he just starches Colby and then he starches if he fights Leon and starches him, like then we're gonna eventually get to the point where it's gonna be like, holy shit, like no one is gonna touch Kamaru Usman. Like this is just so which could be good and bad. Like that's okay for a little bit.
I don't think anyone.
It's when it happens too much that it's like, oh my god, this is like it's almost like with Khabib, right? Khabib was just so dominant that eventually you're like, this is getting a little old.
It's going to take some people that I haven't seen him go up against to really see if he can do it. I think he beats Vicente Luque, though. I don't know. Vicente Luque is a dog. So I'm telling you right now, I don't think Colby Covington even holds a candle to him. I'm not going to lie to you. I think he beats Colby Covington again easier than he did the first time. Probably easier than he beat Gilbert Burns. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, Gilbert Burns dropped him, but like I think he's gonna work Colby Covington. The interesting names here, I think there's 4 guys in this division that can legitimately challenge Kamaru Usman. It's Luque, Stephen Thompson, Sean Brady, and Khamzat. Those are the only people that I think have somewhat of a chance against Usman. And it's just because we haven't seen it yet. But we'll see. I love this division. I think it's thriving. Usman is turning into, honestly, pound for pound, like greats. Like I think I'm not gonna lie. I think he's 1 title defense, maybe 2 title defenses away from. Me personally, just my personal opinion, I already think he's a better like welterweight champion and welterweight pound for pound guy than GSP, just because he's been dominating since he got in the UFC, and he doesn't have an embarrassing loss like getting knocked out by Matt Serra. I knew you were gonna say that. At the UFC level. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, but I love this division. I'm going thriving. You're going thriving as well.
Yeah, I like thriving on this. A lot of good matchups.
All right, next division, going to be defending the title this weekend is Israel Adesanya, the champion. 1 is Robert Whittaker, and there is a gap, in my opinion, between those top 2 and the rest of this division. Massive gap. Obviously, Marvin Vettori is going to try to close it. I don't think he's going to fare that well this weekend against him, but we shall see. Paulo Costa ranks number 2. Marvin Vettori is at 3. Jared Cannonier is at 4. I think Jared Cannonier is a pretty interesting matchup for Izzy, but you saw how it went against Robert Whittaker, and it wasn't too well. But then again, styles make fights. Coming in at 5 is Derek Brunson, 6 Jack Hermanson, 7 Darren Till, 8 Uriah Hall, Kelvin Gastelum at 9, Edmund Shabazian at 10, Sean Strickland at 11. God bless Chris Weidman at 12. Hope his leg heals up soon. I know you hate him. 13 is Amari Akhmedov.
Not anymore.
14 is is the leg break enough to get
like
you back on the site?
Yeah, I feel like I can't hate him anymore.
You felt like a dick after that, huh?
I don't like that they call me American though.
Yeah, but I don't know. 14 Kevin Holland, and then 15 Brad Tavares. This division, it's alive.
Yeah, I agree.
It's alive, and it's simply just because I think if Robert Whitaker would have taken like another loss after, like,
it'd be dead.
It'd be. I don't think it'd be dead. I just think it'd be in a coma because no one would touch Izzy. Like no one. And honestly, this is the way I see it. Izzy gets past Marvin Vettori, and Izzy beats Robert Whitaker in a rematch. Nobody's touching him at this division for a long time. For a long, like, I mean, maybe Jared Cannonier, because I think stylistically Jared Cannonier will be an issue for him, but I don't know if I think everyone's just dying to see Izzy versus Robert Whitaker again. I think that'll be a phenomenal matchup. I know Izzy doesn't want to lose 2 straight coming into this weekend, and I don't think he will. I just don't think Marvin Vettori has the tools to beat Israel Adesanya. I think he might have early on if he would have got him down quicker whenever he first fought, but Izzy's takedown defense is just light years ahead of what it was the last time they fought. And Marvin's just holding on to that shit so damn tight. Like I know Izzy says it, but it's just like, man, you really think you dominated Israel Adesanya in that fight? Like, that's borderline delusion. I don't like that. I don't like that line of thinking coming into a rematch. But I mean, shit, there's just a huge gap, especially from like just from 4 to 5. Like, to me, okay, so look, Izzy and Rob, huge gap. Then you get Paulo Costa, Marvin Vettori, and Jared Cannonier. And then there's another huge gap, in my opinion, from Cannonier to Derek Brunson. And like Darren Till's down there, and I think Darren Till's interesting and whatnot. And he actually did really well against Robert Whitaker, but he has to show me something. He's never going to touch Whitaker or Adesanya, though, in my opinion. He's just too one-dimensional with his striking. It's just the same shit over and over again. He does well at managing his distance, but yeah. And then also, I think what really kills this division and makes it just alive right now, and not like, well, I don't think it's thrive. I think it might just be surviving at this point. I don't even know, but
it's very close to just surviving. I would say it's alive, but it's like very, very. I mean,
I think the only
Chris
thing that would
Weidman
take
at
it down
12.
There's no young upcoming contender at this division right now. None. Like, people thought Edmund Shabazian could have been that guy. That's it. Like, maybe Hamzat Chimaev would be the guy that people are excited about, but I think he's going to make his money at 170. When a guy that's fighting at 2 different weight classes is like the number one up and coming prospect at that division, you have a big problem. It's just there's just such a big gap between the top of the division and the bottom. Like, the fact Uriah Hall and Chris Weidman, like
Amari Akhmedov,
it's still ranked. Brad Tavares is still ranked. Like, I don't know. It's this division. I'm actually gonna lower it. I'm gonna lower it because I like the top end of it, but the bottom end is just so bad. I got to go down to surviving. It's just surviving. Yeah,
and Shabazian looking as bad as he has, like, as far as the wrestling doesn't help.
Yeah.
But you haven't really mentioned Darren Till, and I love Darren Till.
Aaron's not here anymore. Yeah, I forgot. No, we can like Darren Till now.
Do I think Darren Till beats Izzy? No. But he looked damn good against Robert Whitaker. Yeah, he lost the fight, but Robert Whitaker is almost on the same level as Izzy. And then Darren Till went toe-to-toe with him. I think people are still sleeping on Darren Till. He'll fight Derek Brunson here soon. But I feel like I'm going to go alive for right now, but there's it's very close. Like, we're getting very close to just surviving with this division. And it's almost been just, I mean, Sean Strickland is a name that, maybe we can look at a little bit, but yeah, no, I love Izzy. I think that he destroys Marvin Vettori this weekend. We'll get into that later, but it's like, if Weidman, I agree with you, like 12 to 15, really. I mean, I love Kevin Holland, but he needs a massive amount of work and as far as takedown defense. So really 12 through 14 or 15 for me is like, And then even Derek Brunson at 5, like, I know he's looked good, but He's also been fighting
Derek
guys
Brunson,
that
that's
have
fool's
zero.
gold, man.
They have zero wrestling ability
That is
whatsoever.
fool's
So
gold. Holy shit, that is fool's gold.
he's gonna get killed
was
by
really,
Darren Till.
Yeah, I can't wait for that fight because I know Aaron is just going to cry because he thinks Derek Brunson would just walk through Darren Till, and it's not going to happen that way.
Darren Till's gonna knock him out.
It's not going to happen. Darren Till's going to go out there and knock him the fuck out. I guarantee it. I think Derek Brunson is fool's gold. He's going up against these kids that really just don't know how to deal with any sort of pressure or wrestling. But we'll see. That division, I'm gonna go surviving at this point. I don't see Izzy's 2 wins away from burying this division for years.
Mm-hmm.
And like I feel bad for Izzy too because he should stay at this division. He shouldn't go up to 205. He's too damn small unless he legitimately commits to putting on more weight, like John Jones that he made fun of for doing, and then proceeded to get grapple fucked and couldn't get up from someone 20 pounds heavier than him. I thought that was really stupid from Izzy.
Yeah.
Anyway, now going. Speaking of John Jones, going to John Jones's old division, we have light heavyweight. And I'll be honest, I think this division's in a coma. I'm not going to lie to you. Jan Blachowicz, yes, he's gotten better. It does absolutely fuck all for this division. Glover Teixeira being the #1 fucking contender at a weight class in 2021. Are we serious? Actually, no.
You got to go surviving just based on
Jiri
Prochazka, and Alexander Rakic potentially. No.
After Rakic's performance against Thiago Santos, I have no faith in him anymore.
But okay, take it. Dom Reyes is not terrible.
Yeah.
I like Ankalaev is not awful.
Ankalaev is fun.
Fuck Johnny Walker. Ryan
Spann
Spann I have like a weird question mark on because like there are times where you're like, oh shit, he could be okay, and then he does something stupid.
This division is
Jim
awful,
Crute.
man.
Jim Crute is a savage, man. Jim Crute's a savage. Just saying. Jamal Hill
just got his leg kicked off by Anthony Smith.
And then he took down Anthony Smith with one leg, bro, and won the round. He won the round.
It's Anthony Smith.
He fought for the belt.
This dude was a perennial unranked fighter at middleweight.
I'm just saying.
He came up and beat an old Shogun and got a title shot, and then John Jones slept walk to beat him. John Jones. This is why I can't stand about the John Jones slander. Look at this fucking division.
No,
Do you think John Jones will be fucking sweating about any of these guys? You think John Jones is sweating about Jan Blachowicz, who got fucked by Gustafsson? Maybe Yuri. Yuri's the only hope for this division. But I'm telling you right now, Yuri fucks up this entire division, except for maybe Rakic if Rakic just takes him down and lays on him.
That's what I'm saying. Like Rakic might not be. Are we going by excitement here, or are we going by?
There's 3. I'll put it this way: there's 3 fighters that I think are good in this division, or have potential to be good. There is Jan, there's Yuri, and there's Alexander Rakic. The rest of them, I don't think are good.
I don't think Dom Reyes is good at all.
I think he's solid. I don't think he's good. When you're just completely defensively inept, like he is at times, it's pretty tough. I feel bad for him though because Yuri was a tough matchup right after losing to Jan, and also I don't know what his mindset was going into. But then again, I don't know. Dominic Reyes is always going to be to me that guy that just did great against John Jones in one fight that John Jones just kind of played defensive through. Same thing that Thiago Santos did to John Jones. John Jones attempted one takedown against him. I think Dominic, styles make fights. So I'll say that much. Styles do make fights. Like Jan was always going to be a tougher fight for Dominic Reyes than maybe John Jones was, because John Jones isn't a power puncher. He's not a power striker. He bases everything in footwork and movement, and Dominic Reyes can box a little bit. I think Yuri would be a fun fight for John Jones coming back, but there's not. I think John Jones could come back and dominate this division if he really wanted to. This division's so damn. Glover Teixeira is the #1 contender. He's 42 years old. All he does is get hurt and then fucking fall on top of people and then win because the other people that get tired.
Kind of exciting. I love it.
It actually is kind of exciting.
It's
but at
so
the same time,
funny. I can't help but laugh.
He's good. I don't think he's good. I don't think he's good. Glover Teixeira got fucking washed by John Jones when he was in his prime. Daniel Cormier. Will you disagree with this? Daniel Cormier can come out of retirement right now, train, and beat Jan Blachowicz.
I think he could. The only thing that I would say
He
with
would. I'm
DC
telling you, he would.
the only thing I'm saying with DC is the chin at 205. Like if Jan does have some serious power. That's the only thing. I mean, DC would out wrestle him.
If DC could not get hit clean by Stipe Miocic over fucking like only a couple of times, I don't know. Stipe Miocic is way more technical than Jan Blachowicz is as well.
No,
I think Jan looked good against
Izzy. It would be the
Izzy
weight cut though for DC at this point in his career. Like that would be pretty tough.
I don't know. I thought Jan looked really good against Izzy though, and he looked really good against Dominic Reyes. Maybe I'm just underrating him, but at the same time, it's just I just don't. This division's fucking ass to me. Like, also, we're talking like not. Let's take skill sets out of it. If there's like, I'm not gonna lie to you. If Jan Blachowicz and Glover Teixeira is headlining a pay-per-view, I'm illegally streaming it.
I agree.
I'm not. Why would I pay for that shit? I'm not paying for it. Yuri Prochazka, I'll pay to see. I'll pay to see. Glover Teixeira and fucking Jan Blachowicz headlining a pay-per-view, I don't give a fuck about. No, you could suck my dick. No, I'm not fucking watching that shit.
I'm gonna go surviving, but we're very, very close to coma.
Yeah, I'm going to coma. I don't like this division at all. No one in this division gets me excited or makes me want to watch it. I'm not gonna, except for Yuri. I'll watch Yuri. That's the only person, except for Yuri. Yuri's the only person I'm getting up out of bed to watch.
I like Jim Crute and I like Jan Blachowicz.
Yeah. Next up, we have the last division, heavyweight. Champion is Francis Ngannou. Steve Miocic is number 1. Number 2, Derek Lewis. 3, Cyril Gane. 4, Curtis Blades. 5, Alexander Volkov. 6, Rosenstrike. 7, Shamil Abdul or whatever Derek Lewis called him.
Abdurakhimov.
What's it called? You remember when Derek Lewis called him that? Shamil Abu or whatever. That was hilarious. 8, we have Walt Harris. God bless his soul. 9, we have Augusto Sakai. 10, we have friend of the show, Chris Dawkins. 11, Marcin Tarbora. Also at 11, Blagoy Ivanov. 13, Tom Aspinall. Pretty interesting prospect there. 14, Sergey Pavlovich. And at 15, Alexei Olenek. This division's
so fucking ranked.
Yeah.
Alexei Olenek.
I don't know. This division's alive.
This is what's so funny is so the heavyweight division is one of the first divisions of the UFC, right? And this is the best the heavyweight division has ever been. And it's still just alive. Like it's still.
I don't know if it's the best it's ever been.
You don't think so?
No, man, when
you add John Jones in there, maybe.
Okay, look. Whenever I first, it's not better than when I first started became an MMA fan, right? So I became an MMA fan like 2014, 2013. I was like a kid and watched UFC 268. You had Travis Brown, a good Travis Brown. You had Stipe Miocic. You had Fabricio Verdum. You had Cain Velasquez. You had Cain Velasquez, and you had JDS. All like really solid. That 5 is better than the 5 that I'm seeing right now.
With I would say yeah. I'm not.
Also, you had what's his name? Ruslan Magomedov, who was like this Dagestani. He ended up getting banned for life whenever USADA came in because he tested positive like 3 times quickly. But it's. The division was on and popping. Now,
all right, it's the second best it's ever been.
Probably, yeah. No, well, I think these guys now are better than. Well, that's with every division. Whoever the champion is at this moment is probably the best ever at the time. If you're taking like into account the progression of the game and whatnot. But I like this division. I like it. I think there is like, to be honest with you though, I think there is a gap between Francis, Cyril Gane, and everyone else, in my opinion. I'm just that high on Cyril Gane. John Jones is up there, too. I think John Jones, Francis, and Cyril Gane. Right below that is Stipe. But we still got to see what John Jones looks like at heavyweight. And also, if he ever even fights at heavyweight, because Dana doesn't seem too keen to give him money. So,
yeah.
But, I mean, this past weekend was headlined by Rosenstrike and Augusto Sakai, and I don't think anybody gave a fuck about that or was talking about that yesterday. No, like, literally nobody was talking. Are people even going to remember that card?
Probably not.
Like today. Like, I don't even think people give a fuck about that card. That was horrible.
They're gonna talk about Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather before they talk about that card.
Exactly. But you have some young talent though, which is something that the heavyweight division needed badly, and now you have it. You have Tom Aspinall, you got Chris Dawkins, and you got Cyril Gane all inside the top 15, and they're young, talented guys. I think Cyril Gane is far and away the most technical and talented heavyweight that we've had in the UFC ever. Like there's never been a heavyweight capable of moving like him over the course of time that he can do it. He can literally bounce, move, punch, shift, be defensive for 5 rounds without getting tired. Like we saw it against Rosenstrike. He is elite. Like I don't think we've ever seen a prospect like him ever. We've never seen a punching we've never seen punching power like Francis Ngannou. And even though Stipe like has the most title defenses, yada yada yada, I don't know. I think he's over the hill now. I think he kind of got lucky in that first fight against Francis, but that's all my opinion is on that. But I'm gonna give this a live. It's not thriving. It's not deep enough for that. There is a gap between the top 3.
It's really after 6. There's a pretty big gap. Minus maybe
huge
Tom
gap between.
Maybe I like Tom Aspinall and I like Chris Daukaus. I mean, I don't know how Chris Daukaus would fare against Rosenstrike and stuff. We have to see.
I think Aspinall beats everyone 7-15.
Yeah,
Aspinall's that good.
Yeah, I mean, he got hit a little too much against Arlovsky for me to really claim that he would beat Rosenstrike yet. Like, I think he needs
7-15.
No. I know. I'm just saying, like, that's I agree with you. Then you have Marcin Tabora, who's been on a streak too. I would agree, though, it's alive. There's not enough names there. When Alexei Oleinik is still there at 15, Blagoy Ivanov he's not bad. Like, heavyweights are exciting because the knockouts, right? Like, so I'm not gonna say he's terrible, but Tabora's been on a streak. I like Chris Daukaus. I don't really like Sakai. And Walt Harris is he has to drop after that last fight. I mean, he's gonna have to. I mean, he's gonna fall pretty. I mean, he might fall right out of the rankings and out of the UFC. But no, I agree, and it's exciting. I think that the heavyweight division, we're gonna start seeing more and more names, guys. I mean, I hope more Tom Aspinall start coming out of the woodwork, and we can kind of fill out the top 15 and make it really, really competitive. But no, I agree with you.
These guys are boring to watch too. That's what I hate. The Marcin Tabora, Blagoy Ivanov are incredibly boring to watch. Augusto Sakai is pretty fucking boring to watch. Walt Harris is fun because he's either going to stop someone or get stopped and get super tired. It's funny. Shamil Abdurahimov is boring to watch. Alexei Oleinik is actually really exciting to watch, which is the funniest shit ever. Because it's like he's gonna get pieced on the feet, but as soon as it goes to the ground, he's gonna lock some shit in. It's wild.
I really like Alexander Volkov too. If he can stuff takedowns, like I really like his kickboxing a lot. Like he is. I think I'm not gonna say he's dark horse, but he's really, really good. Like I really like him at 5.
That fight against Cyril Gane is going to be crazy. Great. Yeah, yes. And if I'm telling you right now, if Cyril Gane goes out there and like starches Alexander Volkov, nobody's beating him. Not Francis. I'm Cyril Gane. I'm so high on him. I really hope he goes out there and wins. Volkov is really solid though, but also he's kind of slow. We will see. I don't know. That fight's got me excited. You know how high I am on Cyril Gane. I think he's the next greatest thing. I think he's going to dominate heavyweight for a long time, to be honest with you. And I don't think anybody's going to beat him anytime soon. But yeah. That's the state of the divisions. I have been Kieran. That has been Zach. We had a great time doing this. Hopefully we'll check back in at the end of the summer and Zach will finally realize that bantamweight is a stacked division and more stacked than 155 by a whole lot. But
I'm gonna write it down. So
you got to write it down. But yeah, that was it. Catch us on the preview show. We're about to go record that now. Thank you guys for watching.